Welcome to the stash video on how to switch colors while you're knitting with your work. So this is a situation where you're knitting more than 2 rows of color and you have to switch. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of ends woven in. So you may be here because you're knitting a Doctor Who-ish scarf, pattern developed by Stash, and it tells us to switch colors in the following manner. What we want to do first is when we know we're done with the old color, we want to cut it off, leaving about a 10 centimeter tail. And then we want to get ready and start knitting. So we always slip the first stitch. So that means the first stitch when you knit the new color is actually going to be your old color. So we slip it knitwise, just over to the right. I like to go into the next stitch knitwise, and then I'm taking my second color here, and I'm just creating a little loop with it. There's no right or wrong to it. And I'm just holding it. Again, no right or wrong. And I'm casting that over. And now the first couple stitches may feel a little loosey-goosey, but we just have to drop that little tail in the back. And we just have to use our new working yarn color. And now everything's just perfectly fine. We're just knitting. So I'm going to try and do a little fast forward segment here for you, and then you'll get to the other end. Now right here we're slipping the first stitch again, but it will be the proper color. Now some people don't necessarily like that first stitch being a different color. You'll see the first one that we slipped, it's going to create a little jag where that color is going to come up from the previous row. Technically, the original Doctor Who scarf was done this way, and if you look closely at any of the video footage or online images of it, you will see that there is a little jag on the first stitch when they're switching colors on that project too. So here we are. This is the last stitch, so it's the second stitch in. It's the first stitch that we knit with the new color on the right side of the work. Technically we're on the wrong side of the work now. So what we have to do is we just have to knit this stitch. It's going to feel very loosey-goosey. See how big it is? You can tug that down a little bit if you want. And then we have to knit that slip stitch, which is also very loosey-goosey. So this may seem like a real mess to you. However, all you have to do is you take the old tail and you take the working yarn from the new color and you pull them towards you on the wrong side. And see how that just kind of like neat, everything's nice and neat now by giving that little tug. So when I turn my work again to start another ridge, I've completed one ridge here. When I go to knit into it, you'll find that it's not as sloppy as it was before we pulled. Sometimes I'll even reach back and give them one final tug. And now I'm just going to continue on with my true working yarn. And now everything feels good to go. And I'm just continuing on with my new color. And that's how you start a new color for your Doctor Who scarf.